Hello everyone, it's Luphisra here. Time to play more Foolish Mortals. We escaped from the grave. I'm not going back down there again. Can I get the ladder?
Climb back down into the grave.
Okay. So I got 2 keys. I only need 1 more. How do I get the fishbowl? Okay, I got the container. I need to... Okay. Gave the brooch to the jeweler. And then swapped it. Okay. That works, I guess. Go through that passageway way quicker. In here.
Welcome back.
Polish my brooch again.
Would you be able to polish my brooch again?
Goodness me. What have you been doing with it?
Oh, you know, just the usual wear and tear.
I don't know how anyone does this much tearing while wearing. But hand it over and we'll shine her up.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. While you do that, let me quickly switch the bowl.
With Jasper distracted, it was time for his fish to move into its new porcelain throne home. Hopefully it didn't suffer any indignity at the change of residence, but then, being a goldfish, it would probably soon forget anyway.
And then magic quantum pockets. He just stuffed the fishbowl into his pockets like nothing.
Here you go. I've wrapped it in a little tissue paper this time so it doesn't get dirty again.
Literally Mary Poppin pockets.
This many polishings in one night might be approaching my limit. I certainly understand the appeal of a good flash, but I don't know how many more times tonight I can cook.
Yeah, quantum pockets will never change. And let me just go before he realizes what I did. Okay, save again. And then back to the manor to give the fishbowl to our good friend Parlor Witch.
Welcome back, Murphy McCallan. Take a seat.
Will this work as a crystal ball?
Considering our circumstances, we will have to make do. Xavier Bellemore, hear our cry. Where does your mortal body lie?
We already found your brother, so please help us out here, Xavier.
I sense a cave on the island coast. Waves thrashing, wind howling, and 2 figures exploring its darkest depths. Xavier and Rackham.
Of course, Rackham.
Xavier here, promising an unparalleled expedition to the bold adventurer. But it's a trap. I sense Rackham fleeing the cave, leaving Xavier as the water rises and rises and rises. Look at the painting.
He drowned. Oh my god. That's horrible.
Xavier's body still lies in that coastal cave. I feel much danger there, but you must get a boat and cross the sea to reach it. I sense something in Xavier's bedroom might help you locate it.
Okay, so that's where the ferrymen come in. Okay. Wow, what a bedroom.
The latch on the trunk was broken. I would have to do without whatever was inside. I stared at the glassy black eyes of the bear rug. It didn't stare back. That was a relief. I reached up and took the map from the frame. As best as I could tell, this was a genuine pirate treasure map. The island I recognized as Devil's Rock, but what stood out to me was the large X in red ink on the southern coast, marked Crossbone Cove. At least I hoped it was ink.
Yeah, let's hope it's ink and not blood. So I need to get there, but I need the ferryman to bring me over. Man, what a room, jeez. Okay. Yeah, nettle? Again, save first. Okay, talk to the ferryman. Let's go over. Can you bring me to this location? Crossbone Cove.
I'd like to charter your ferry, please. I have a map here to... Huh? What's that?
Shh, shh, quiet. The show's starting. Signore, signore, ladies and gentlemen.
Of all time to start the puppet play.
Comes together with the artistry of the craftsman. I was going to say that. You're interrupting me. You started it. This is very unprofessional. To present to you the fantastical battle between good and evil, a struggle between right and wrong. I just said that. The timeless tale of Pulcinella. I was supposed to announce the title.
Excuse me?
These two crack me up.
About the ferry hire.
Yes, I'm afraid the ferry's engaged at the moment.
Because of the puppet show?
You got it. My favorite part's when they hit each other on the head.
I'll hit you on the head. Oh man, I have to stop the puppet play somehow.
Nope. Hey guys, do you think you'll be finished soon? I don't think I'd ever been brushed off by a puppet before.
Oh my god, what kind of stupid nonsense is this?
Need to blow on that. I didn't need to cut that. I didn't need to tie that up. I didn't have time for housework.
What do I do? It's like a silly play. I don't understand. Carhorn attached to the rum runners, attached with a bolt. Puppet puzzle, reference to the Paper Bride series. It could also be a reference to Mystery of the Seven Keys. Right? All right. Back to the puppet show. And honk away.
Perhaps it was the piratical air that brought to mind the mimicry skills of a parrot. If a pretty Polly could do it, maybe I could give it a try.
You're speaking over my lines. I'm not speaking over your lines. You're adding in lines that weren't in the script.
That seemed to get one of the puppeteers riled up. I wondered if I could do the same for the other. That seemed to get one... That seemed...
So what do I do now? A comb in Abigail's reflection. Okay. I didn't know I need a comb or anything for that, but you know what? Never mind.
The necklace I was carrying exactly matched the one around the neck of the bride's reflection. This must have belonged to the sailor. It was time to reunite it with its other half. As the reflection disappeared back into the mirror, I looked at the dresser and saw that something had been left behind. A small ivory comb. I didn't think Abigail would mind if I took the comb with me.
Comb and...
Remembering my childhood days, I wrapped the tissue paper around the comb to form a rudimentary kazoo.
and 2 dead nettle.
That was my moment. Your moment. We agreed in rehearsals that this scene would be about me. Cause I did no such thing. You did it again! Always told me you'd try to upstage me. But Mama told you that. She always told me I should go solo. Right, that's it. I quit. You quit. I quit first. You'll never work in this town again. Work in this town again? We only arrived this morning. You sabotaged the show.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was just...
That was hilarious. I liked it when the puppets fight, but I love it when it's the puppeteers.
Glad you enjoyed the show.
Could I borrow those instruments you used?
Sure.
Come back. I'd like to direct the encore.
Sure, I doubt I'll have much more use for them.
Can you now bring me over to the cove? I really need to get there. Would you please?
Is your ferry available for hire?
Sure. Give me a map of where you want to go and I'll see if I can get you there. I'm the best ferryman this side of the Gulf. From Baton Rouge to the Bermuda Rectangle. I'm your man.
I thought it was called the Bermuda Triangle.
Well, sure it is now. Ever since one of its sides mysteriously disappeared.
Could you take me to Crossbone Cove?
Well, look at that. That's quite the dangerous destination. Do you know how many boats have crashed against the rocks along that coast?
Does that mean we can't go?
Oh, sure we can. But it'll cost you.
How much?
Boat charter, insurance, perilous route supplement, double pay at this time of night. It's gonna cost you at least $50.
$50?
Plus tax. Let's call it $75 total.
75?
But listen, I'll give you private hire of the ferry for the rest of the night.
I don't have that much.
No problem. Just get back to me when you do. As I say it, you've got no other choice. Ain't no other ferry around at this time of night.
I need to get money, so how do I do that? Now it's a money problem. Can I sell the brooch to the jewelry guy and get money that way?
Welcome back.
I had nothing else to ask him.
I cannot. Let me save first, I think. Okay. Now I need money. Oh. I'm tricking someone to go with me to the cove. I'm so sorry.
Did you say you were looking for a more secluded beach?
Yes, that's right. Have you found one?
Look at this. Further along the coast is a bay called Crossbone Cove.
But I need money for the ferry. Do you have money?
Crossbone Cove. That does sound very bony. How do we get there?
There's a ferryman in town named Crab McCready who can take us to Crossbone Cove. We just need $75 to cover the charter fee.
Oh, absolutely. I can spare some of my allowance. Let me write you a check.
Well, you're very rich, so. Oh, wow, nice.
That should cover it.
I'll go charter it at once.
Thank you so much. I got your money, baby. Come on, let's go to Crossbone Cove. Hopefully you're just as good as you say you are, because I don't want to crash on the rocks there.
Will this cover the ferry payment?
Bro, $75 back then is like 1.5K today. Yeah, that is expensive.
Lyle guy.
Oh, he's coming too. He's funding the trip.
Well, he gets a promotional.
And he said that's his allowance. He's rich. He's from the Carlisle company thing, right? The jeweler
Shut up.
person, the old man, said that he was very rich.
Ferry company, despite all the reviews. Now, once your compatriot is here, we can cast off. Pin that map up inside the cabin, will you? It'll be a tricky voyage to Crossbone Cove. I haven't sunk yet. This month.
And so we were off, captained by a man whose body composition had more alcohol in it than a bottle of vodka. And yet he navigated like a seasoned dancer, pirouetting through the treacherous currents with a drunken grace, all the while sipping from a flask that smelled stronger than window cleaner. Crab, I can't complain about your captaincy skills, but I've got to ask, how did you get through those treacherous rocks with so much alcohol in your bloodstream?
Murphy, if I didn't have the alcohol in my bloodstream, I wouldn't be going anywhere near those rocks in the first place.
Yeah, you need the guts. Okay, rock pile.
I didn't want to disturb the rock pile. I might have made it collapse.
Oh, okay, sorry. So while you do that...
At the far end of Crossbone Cove, all I came across was a wall of rocks and boulders. It seemed the cave I was after had gone missing.
Or buried.
I couldn't see a way through the fallen rocks. If I wanted to get into the cave, I would need to get rid of them.
Do I need the fireworks again?
I'd like to head back to Dead Nettle, please.
I'll stay here. Come back for me later. I'm not leaving until I find a fossil.
That guy's elevator doesn't go all the way to the top floor now, does it? Hop aboard, Murphy.
I need to go back to Bellemore.
It was strange that...
Okay, sorry. I just want to go in. Go into the cellar and see if I can actually... get the fireworks. My model looks sleepy. I'm sleepy a little bit. But it's fine. I can go on for a bit longer.
There was nothing large that I needed to move. I picked up another firework.
Also be my eye tracking, because I wear glasses, so sometimes I don't know, it might not track as well. I might need to fix that in the future. It'd also be lacking, maybe.
That wasn't going to work. Nope. The instructions on the fireworks said that it needed to be placed into a launching tube before igniting it.
Oh, damn it. I need to grab the launching tube. Do I need to grab the launching tube? Oh, cannon. Well then, sorry. I need to do something even more drastic than that. Okay, grab gunpowder.
The barrel the cat had knocked over, now spilling out its contents onto the cold stone floor. The cannon looked like it might still work. If it did, I knew from that evening's previous experience with firearms that 5 steps were required. Gunpowder, shot, ramrod, aim, fire.
So, gunpowder.
Gunpowder barrel
Can you get some gunpowder? Or what, fireworks?
cannon was too big to work as a launch tube for the firework. I needed to think of something else. Nope. I needed to think of something else.
Oh, gunpowder here.
I took a handful of the spilled gunpowder.
Yeah, I'm a bit sleepy. But I still want to play a little bit more. I can still go for a little bit more. Okay, ramrod.
I needed to load the cannon first.
Oh, load the cannon first.
The cannon was too big to work as a launch tube for the firework.
I don't have a cannonball, though. Where do I get a cannonball? I need to win the captain. I needed to cheat. Yeah, I would have known that. Okay.
Hello again, Sebastian.
Oh, it's you again.
Not playing hide and seek anymore?
I've outgrown it.
Sore loser, huh?
I didn't lose. You cheated. Anyway, I've moved on to this now.
A paddleball?
My mum found it for me after I told her I wasn't getting the tin boot I wanted for my birthday.
It's not even your birthday.
That doesn't matter. Anyway, what? Bet you can't do this.
The little brat had me there. Like hula hooping, unicycling, and stilt walking, my facility with a paddleball was on par with my ability to do other completely useless party tricks. Shouldn't you be getting ready for the wedding?
I'm not the page boy anymore. I've been demoted.
How did that happen?
Well, before I started playing with this paddleball, I found a marble in one of the bedrooms. A super-sized one, perfect for bombing.
Whose bedroom?
One of the guest rooms. Mr. Beaumont's, I think. He's certainly lost his marbles.
What did you do with it?
Like my dad taught me, I'm keeping Mum on that one. All I'm going to say is that it was a big mix-up. Mrs. Craddock must have had her sense of humour surgically removed.
Yeah, she's not the best at humor.
So, you think you're good with that paddle ball, huh?
Better than you'll ever be. Just name a trick and I can do it.
Bet you can't do the paddle ball with your eyes closed.
Look and learn.
I didn't want to damage the furnishings. With Sebastian's eyes closed, I took out my scissors and when the timing was right, snipped.
Hey, what happened to my paddle ball?
The ball just snapped right off there. Maybe you need to practice a bit more. With any other child, I'd feel guilty. With Sebastian, it felt like evening out the cosmic balance.
I bet Mallory was behind this.
Sorry. It was me.
I picked up the red rubber ball I'd cut from the paddle ball. It looked like a clown's nose. I needed to think of something else.
Okay. Then back to Dead Nettle. Let me save first. Okay, can I switch out the balls when he's not looking?
I had an idea. One that required skill, subtlety, and finesse. Or at least the ability to hurl a billiard ball through an open doorway. Yoink!
Did you just touch the table?
Absolutely not.
Ow! Who threw that?
Not me.
Hello again, Captain Pemberley.
Welcome back, Captain McCallan.
Oh, so who did I hit with the ball? I don't recognize the voice.
I'd like a rematch at English Billiards.
Thinking you can beat what I hit before? Step right up. I don't believe it. I've never seen 14s before.
And the captain here is just like watching me. He watched me swap the ball. He watched me throw it out of the doorway. And he's like,
Does this mean I win the trophy?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Bring it back next
I'm just gonna drink my drink. And yeah.
With my newfound title as club billiards champion, it was time to claim my trophy.
Also, I'm so sorry. I can't come back next Wednesday because by then they have caught on that I'm not a captain and the ball had been fired at the cove. So you're not going to get that trophy back, sir. I am so sorry. That's for a good cause. I'm trying to stop Rackham, the evil asshole, so...
I loaded the billiards trophy into the cannon. Spherical and solid metal. It was the perfect improvised cannonball.
Ramrod? Ram it in?
I packed in the gunpowder and makeshift cannonball. Now there were just 2 steps remaining. Aim and fire. Whoa!
Definitely not getting the trophy back. Okay, aim.
The cannon looked like it might still work. If it did, I knew from that evening's previous experience with firearms that 5 steps were required.
How do I aim? Do I just fire it?
I was only going to be able to fire this cannon once, and I needed to make sure it was aimed right. The rocky coastline all looked the same. I needed a way to make a target.
I need to make a target.
That wasn't going to work. I couldn't do that.
How do I make a target?
I needed to think of something else.
The brooch?
Hey, Crab, what is this thing?
Ah, there's a cairn. Probably built centuries ago.
What was it used for?
The cairns were used by pirates as markers. You see, with all these coves and caves along the coastline, it'd be easy to lose track of which one held the booty. So they'd stack up the rocks and put something reflective on top, like a shard of metal from a broken cutlass or a handheld mirror.
You're right.
Then
The Hermit Gamer, you're right. It is a brooch.
shine their lanterns across the beaches. And
I am so sorry, Abigail, for destroying your brooch, but it's for a good cause.
stolen loot.
Do you think the cove still has treasure?
I don't think so. What's the point of hiding gold and jewels if you don't come back to collect and spend them?
I balanced the brooch on top of the cairn, its reflective jewel facing out to the horizon. If pirates could make use of this, maybe I could too.
All right, then back to the fort. To fire that cannonball. And time to fire.
I was only going to be able to fire this cannon once, and I needed to make sure.
I made a target already.
With so many coves and caves along the coast, Crossbone Cove lay
What else do I need to do? I need to shine light on it or something? Hold on. Crossbone Cove.
As I directed the light along the coast, it
There we go.
polished brooch I'd placed on the cairn, reflecting back the light fantastically, like a signal mirror.
I did it. I did it. And then let's fire.
The cannon was ready to fire, but Muffy was still at Crossbone Cove. No matter how annoying the lanky fellow was, I couldn't fire the cannon while he was still on the beach searching for fossils.
Oh my fucking god. I'd get rid of him first.
Returning to Crossbone Cove, I discovered the lighthouse at Fort de Lemoore was now illuminating the inside of the cove.
The inside of the cove. Is there any bones or anything I could talk to him with?
Hello again, Muffy.
Hello, Murphy.
Any luck finding those fossils?
Nothing. I'm beginning to think this island doesn't have any fossils.
Have you found anything at all?
Only these.
Jewels!
Goodness, Muffy! Those are gemstones! Rubies, emeralds, sapphires? This might be genuine pirate treasure.
But they're not fossils, are they? They're nothing more than baubles. They're not the figure.
Well, give it to me. They can be worth a lot.
Remains of the kings of the prehistoric world.
I don't care about a fucking prehistorical world.
For financial gain, but for the love of dinosaurs.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about dinosaurs.
Entranced by them, you can have them.
Thank you. Give me gemstones.
Perhaps Crossbone Cove was a dead end. Maybe you should head back to the Causeway Beach.
No, a dino scout never gives up. There are a lot of pebbles here, and I need to search each of them. It only takes one for this expedition to be a success.
What do you think of Crossbone Cove, Muffy?
I feel like a real explorer out here. Such tranquil isolation.
How's...
Inaccessible.
I don't know, because he's too well protected by his
That's
parents.
the place to build a summer retreat.
But he cannot be that
Cliffside, a pier for the yacht, connect up a road for
dumb.
driver, a few cottages for the staff. Then I'd be able to enjoy the isolation properly.
Like, honestly.
You haven't seen a cave around here, have you?
I'm afraid not. Why? Have you lost one?
It appears so.
Well, don't give up. Things are always in the last place you look.
That's enthusiastic and eccentric. Too eccentric, if you ask me.
I'm close. I can feel it.
You feel like nothing. There's no fossils here. Do I have to make a fossil for him or what? You know what? Save first. I'm gonna go give this gems to the jeweler to exchange for that dinosaur head.
Welcome back.
I needed to think of something else.
Do you want these? I want that dinosaur
So that
head.
I think you'll be very interested in.
Wonderful. What is it you're selling?
Gemstones. Lots of them.
These are genuine pirate gems. They were discovered at the treacherously inaccessible Crossbone Cove, where they must have laid undisturbed for 2 centuries. Just imagine their history. Fierce ship battles, sword fights, X marks the spot. They must be priceless.
That's a very exciting story, Murphy. But I'm afraid what we have here is glass.
Glass.
Yes, sea glass.
Damn it.
A bottle or a broken lantern, perhaps. They fall into the sea, then get smashed up into little pieces by the rocks. The tide wears them down until you end up with pretty little polished pieces like this.
Does that mean you're not going to buy them off me?
I'm afraid not. But they are pretty. I'll tell you what I'll do. Have a look and see if there's something you'd like to trade them for. Does that sound like a deal?
Sounds like the best deal I'm going to get.
Can I get the fossils, please?
Could I trade the sea glass for one of these fossils?
Certainly. I think that's within your price range. Which would you like?
The swirly one at the front would be great. Thank you.
I'll put that somewhere where the what's his name can find Murphy.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Thank you. At least he accepted my sea glass. Okay, time to save. Back to Murphy.
I couldn't do that.
Oh, hey, look, a fossil. You want this?
Look what I just found.
Is that what I think it is? A dinosaur fossil. A memento of the behemoths. A shadow of a bygone age. My very own dinosaur.
That's an ammonite, that is.
Really not helping here, Crab.
Just saying.
And it was right here where you were searching. You were right after all.
I was right. I'm a
Time for you to head off to
paleontologist.
for the night. Good night and have a good rest of the stream. Good night, Ghostly Ozzy.
Looking for.
Glad to hear it. Step aboard. Where did your friend run off to so fast?
I have no idea, but I think we made a childhood dream come true tonight.
I am so overwhelmed, I might spew right across the deck.
Have a good sleep, Ghostly Ozzy. Now I can go back to the fort and fire at the damn cove. Because Murphy is not in my way anymore. So let me just do that. Fire away, buddy.
With the brooch at Crossbone Cove reflecting light back from the lighthouse, I knew exactly where to aim. I took a match out of the matchbook and lit the cannon's fuse. I felt like a pirate captain about to unleash a broadside barrage. Ready the cannons, you scurvy scallywags! Pull the ship to port, down with the mainsail! Buckle your swash and fire!
Violent.
That looks like it might have worked.
Then back to Crossbone Cove it is.
Well, blow me down. What's happened here? Did you do this, Murphy?
I needed to find a way in.
Well, Aladdin, I think you found your magic cave.
Yep, I did. It's like the last key inside, I think.
The boulders that had fallen in the rock slide were now rubble strewn across the beach, revealing what I'd been searching for, a dark cave winding into the cliffside.
Time to save. Time to go inside. Have to
ghostly
find
glow
the key, and then of course have to escape Rackham again.
Trying to reach it, I began to fear the worst. But as I emerged in the subterranean chamber, I discovered it was actually the otherworldly glow of plankton. I found you, Xavier. Your final expedition won't have been in vain.
Yes. And now time to escape Rackham. Because he will show up again. See?
You will pay.
I knew it.
Insolence.
I have the third key now, Rackham. The treasure doesn't belong to you. I will get to the Bellemore treasure before you.
Do you think this is a game, Murphy McCallan? You are toying with things beyond your understanding.
I know you're evil.
Nervous that I'm closer to finding the treasure than you are.
I will not be defeated by a mere mortal.
You were once a mere mortal. Seriously.
Treasure. I will haunt you to the ends of the earth. There will be no escape from the terror and misery.
Then I'll use the stone's magic to destroy you for good.
Sleep. I will turn your every dream into an unending nightmare.
I've survived your attempts to kill me twice now, Rackham. Maybe you're not as powerful as you think you are.
Even with the 3 keys, do you really think you can beat me to the treasure, Murphy? You are a mortal. I am an all-powerful spirit. I have looked upon the face of death, and still I remain here.
Blah, 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 blah.
Upon death, too. Just as Xavier Bellemore drowned in the rising tide of this cave, so shall you.
Time for me to find another escape then.
When Rackham's earthquake finally stopped, I realized the route I'd followed into the cave was blocked. Tons of impenetrable rock and rubble now stood between me and the outside world. I was trapped. The only source of light was the glowing algae in the water, but even that dimmed to darkness when it went undisturbed in the quiet cave. At any point, the cave could fill up with seawater, drowning me just as it had Xavier. I needed to find a way out.
I can follow the algae, I think, but before that, let me save. I think I need to follow the algae somewhere.
I wasn't going to be able to pick up the algae with my bare hands.
Bottle.
I scooped up some of the algae water. With a quick shake to agitate it, the bottle began to shine like a blue lantern.
Can I use it somewhere?
As I stood still, I noticed the algae beginning to dim. I'd read that its glow was triggered by vibrations, and without my footsteps, it was getting darker. I didn't need to pour algae water on that. I didn't need to pour algae water on that. I didn't need to pour algae water on that.
Okay, algae water on what?
I didn't need to pour algae water on that. I didn't know if my mind was playing tricks on me, but the rock formations in the cave began to look like a skull and crossbones. So that's why they call it that. I needed to think of something else. I didn't know if my mind was playing tricks on me, but...
Cave and algae.
There was no way through the wall of rubble, but I couldn't just stay in the cave. I needed to find a way out.
Can I go over there?
I didn't know if my mind... So... That wasn't going... That wasn't going... I didn't need...
You need to bother Xavier anymore.
So...
Okay, Oh, I need to stretch a little bit. Okay. Okay, what do I do now? My magic book will help me. Oh!
As the darkness dimmed in the cave, I began to make out a faint luminescence in the form of a whirlpool. Some turbulence beneath the water was making the algae glow, and I hoped it might be an underwater tunnel.
So, can I toss it over there?
The lights below the water didn't offer much chance of escape, but at least it was better than waiting to drown in the cave. Using the bottle of algae as an underwater lantern, I waded into the water, then dived down below the surface.
Let's hope you can hold your breath well. 'Cause otherwise, you're gonna die.
The underwater tunnels felt like a maze. I pulled myself past jagged rocks and twisting passages, with only the ethereal blue glow of the algae to light my way, until finally, with only seconds of air left in my lungs, I reached the surface.
I did it!
Murphy, what are you doing over there? It's dangerous to swim out here, you know. You could get washed into a sea cave or something.
I just escaped the sea cave.
Thanks for the advice, Crab. I'll make a note of that. Green from the seawater I'd swallowed, I could at least say I'd survived being drowned. And now I had Xavier's key. That was it. All 3 skeleton keys. Now it was time to open the vault.
Time to save. And
Hello,
can I go back?
Crab.
Hello, Murphy.
So pirates used to use this beach to stow hidden treasure?
I heard this one was used by Captain Crumb, one of the most vicious pirates to sail these seas. He got the wind knocked out of his sails.
What knocked the wind out of Captain Crumb's sails?
Some say it was a ghost ship.
Of course it was a ghost ship.
Must have had a midlife crisis. Tried to find something more fulfilling, like crochet or watercolor painting. All that swashbuckling would wear anyone out.
I'd like to head back to Dead Nettle, please.
Hop aboard, Murphy.
Thank you. Bellemore Manor, here I come. Into the manor. Let me save. Okay, now I have all 3 keys. Let's look at this area.
I placed the first key into the mantelpiece.
And then keys.
I placed the second key into the mantelpiece.
I don't know which is which, so I'm hoping he knows.
I placed the third key into the mantelpiece and immediately heard a click.
It's turning. Oh.
I didn't know what exactly I was going to discover beneath the house, but it was time to find out.
Before that, let me save again. And in we go.
I wouldn't go down there if I were you.
This is the only way to save everyone in the house. I need to see what's down there.
A cry for help will make no sound, with secrets deep below the ground. Dare he walk into the black, for once.
Would you for once shut up, Cordelia?
Back.
Okay, I need to save everyone, unless you actually want to like be trapped in the house forever. So would you just shut up and let me do my thing for once? Stop rhyming and shit. I don't care about that.
The staircase coiled down and down beneath the house, carved out of the very rock the house sat on, lit only.
I don't know how close I am to the end,
my
actually.
way towards the green glow beckoning me at the end of the tunnel. Finally passing through the frame of a large metal door and into the Bellemore vault. That must have been the treasure coffin, the same one the Bellemore brothers traded for in the Caribbean, and that meant I had a pretty good guess what was inside, if I could find a way to reach it.
You can find a way to reach it. Do I need to drop it on the ground or something then? Whoa, everything is glowing green. Spirit water. Let me grab some spare water. I don't know if I need it, but I'll grab it.
I reached down to the hand wheel and pulled it from the glowing water, careful not to splash any on myself.
What's this circle thing? I have to put things on there, I think, to make a ritual stuff, I think. Maybe the final battle between us and Rackham, I think.
There didn't
Yeah, we're using the bottle a lot.
There didn't appear to be a way to operate the crane. I didn't want to lock myself in.
Okay.
The hand wheel slotted perfectly onto the axle of the crane.
Ew, that was a loud crash.
As I peered into the coffin, I saw for the first time the cursed artifact that had caused all of this. The coffin stone. Its surface is black as brimstone.
Would you stop monologuing and just grab the stone already?
Simultaneously beautiful and
Because
terrifying.
Rackham's gonna show up.
And so the elusive artifact is found.
Rackham, you've lost. I found the coffin stone before you. Your plan has failed.
Congratulations, Murphy McCallan. But now I think
I can toss it into the water, you know. You never have it.
I'll never give it to you.
give it to me or die.
Then I'll die.
Kill me 3 times now, and every time you've failed. You don't scare me anymore.
Yes. How convenient that you managed to escape 3 times. Such failure on my part would be terribly embarrassing. It's almost as though it was planned that way.
Planned?
Could perhaps the perpetual threat of an evil phantom have motivated you to quicken your pace in finding the coffin stone? Without a demonstration of the threat, you might well have walked away. But you did exactly as I wanted. My powers outside this house may have been constrained to mere projections, and yet everything I needed was accomplished by you.
You wanted me to find the stone?
Now the foolish mortal understands. And just as you hold
But it's weird. It's always been here in the house. Can't you go through the walls, get it or something?
valuable to you,
Abigail, are you okay?
I'm afraid she's very much under my spell again, McCallan. And for the final time, too. A final struggle to escape the spell. All that energy she spent to warn you, wasted on someone as worthless.
Unless we're the reincarnation of the sailor, then she will escape again.
Trapped forever.
I'll save her.
I'm afraid it's too late for that.
I'll use the coffin stone to save her.
You know nothing about the stone, McCallan. Do you even know how to use its powers?
I know enough to not let you have it.
Let me tell you the final piece of the puzzle. The Bellemore treasure will belong to me.
No, I will risk my life to stop you.
I have studied and mastered powers beyond anything you could know. I deserve that.
No, you don't. You're a narcissistic asshole.
Murphy McCallan, this magical artifact has one important rule. It will only work for its rightful owner. It cannot be stolen. It can only be bought or traded or inherited.
Sorry, dude, I got plot armor.
I knew the Bellemores would never sell or trade it to me of their own volition. But if I were to marry Abigail, all our worldly goods would become one another's.
That's why I'm going to stop the wedding.
She inherited the entire Bellemore estate. Perhaps I underestimated her infatuation with that sailor. The need to look into the eyes of her true love as she vows I do. But tonight, it's time to perform the wedding again. And if she needs to gaze into her true love's eyes to go through with it, this time I will make that happen. Don't you remember yet, Murphy? Only you could be lured to the island. Only you could summon the spirits of the house. Only you heard the call of the treasure within. You've been here before.
Did I call it? Am I the reincarnation of the sailor?
Sound of dead nettle. I could sense its
Did I call it?
every stone, brick, and plank.
I know what your mind sees when your eyelids close. Tell me,
But if he's a sailor, then when they get married,
dream of.
he can get married to her
Dreaming about
instead, and then all be his treasure, right?
it's calling for me to find it.
It's like it can infect your dreams.
Even without lights on, it felt like something inside the house was calling me, or warning me.
Wait, then it's our body hanging from the tree.
Always bring two soulmates together, even when they least expect it.
So I did call it, I
Very
think.
rare for someone to come back from the other side. It can happen.
Oh, am I already dead? So am I already a spirit too?
Now it's your story too.
Or am I still alive? I'm confused.
You came back.
You were the sailor, Murphy.
I called it. I called it. See, I called it. I called it. I'm the sailor.
Felt like I was falling through every memory of my life. And then every memory of the life I once lived. The realization crystallizing in my mind like a flash of lightning.
I don't know if I'm a genius or is it just too obvious?
An entire relationship coursing through my mind in seconds. And the tragic way it ended. But I'd come back for her. Abigail, you don't have to marry him. I remember. I loved you. I still love you.
It's too late, McCallan. She's my bride-to-be now.
She broke free of the spell the last time you tried to make her say I do. She'll do it again. It's me she wants to marry.
You're right about that. This time, it'll be your eyes she sees before her. I promised you death, Murphy, and I intend to deliver for 33 years.
Then if I'm a ghost and I marry her,
Now you'll be
I can use the stone's powers. Can I jump into the water? He's possessing me?
Such a feeble vessel.
That's stupid. I'm sorry. That's stupid.
Do excuse me, Mr. McCallan. I have a wedding I'm running frightfully late for, and I'd just die if I missed it.
I'm sorry, developers. You made a great game, but I hate this.
And that's how I died.
This is very dumb.
From its spirit, and then possessed by Rackham for
This is so dumb.
all those times I'd read about the ghosts of Bellemore Manor, and now I was one of them. But just like those
Murphy doesn't have much in the way of otherworldly defense. I don't like it, the route they went with this.
if
You know?
escape the vault.
Like if he easily got possessed and stuff. Like,
In taking
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip his conversation like that. But I it's stupid. I feel it's stupid. The game was so good until this part. Like, you really had to go to that route? You couldn't find out another idea?
I tried with all my might to open the vault door, but with no luck. It had been locked from the other side.
And I have no anything on me right now.
With the handle reattached, I could now operate the crane.
And operate the crane. Walk faster, damn it.
The hook hung out of reach.
Probably a little heavy-handed, but I think we've gone full Lapoon mode. Yeah, I don't like the whole, oh, I can easily possess you. Like, dude, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't like cliches in my stories. I like it when there's a good out-of-the-box kind of plot, like a plot that I can't think of. You know, like a lot of like the Broken Sword games where like I can never expect how the plot is going to go because it's bizarre like that, but it's good. You know, and for this game, I feel for the majority of the game until this point, it was really bizarre. And I enjoyed it. But then the whole Rackham thing, that's very anticlimactic. Is the only way I could say this.
As far as it could go. The hook was... Looking back into the treasure coffin, I found it now contained all the items I'd collected on my adventure. I gathered up all the belongings I'd been carrying.
So it's
but if they'd helped me out once, they might be useful again.
So it's just annoying to me that way, I think.
There didn't seem to be much reason to attach the rope to the hook while it was lowered.
You know, just it's just annoying. Like, I expected more because of how bizarre the whole game was, but then the whole Rackham thing was just so anticlimactic. You know, to be honest, the whole reincarnated act could just lean fully into Rackham's skill. Stone only answers to its owners. Could easily see Rackham using all the time to work around it and just need Murphy just to gain access. They could explore more with that plot, you see. Because the whole thing with the stone can only be inherited or traded. See, the thing is, the Bellemore brothers found it, right? And then they all died. So technically, the sister is dead. You know, like their sister Abigail is dead. So technically, the stone shouldn't be in possession with the family anymore. I mean, her ghost is there, but she's dead. She's gone. Like, the only person alive until this point was Murphy. So I don't know how the fact that, like, him finding it, like, it doesn't mean anything, you know, and they could explore more as to how he could activate the stone to gain access, or they could maybe switch like POVs like some games did, so we can see another side, because it's just anticlimactic where you just have Rackham talk it out and then bam, Murphy died just like that. Nothing happened, and we can't do anything. You know, it's not like it's a time puzzle or no nothing. It's just bam, you're dead. Okay, bye-bye. I'm expecting a fight. I'm expecting something more. I mean, what? What? It's a little hand-wavy, but guess the rest were going for the whole Matt Griffin folds the last holder into death. Like, I understand, because in the summary I already said that Murphy has to die. So it's not like it's surprising that he ended up dead, trapped, like, when you're playing. But I feel like it's just anticlimactic the way they made it happen. With Rackham just talking and say, oh, you know what? I planned everything. Just like that. You know, bam, you dead.
A little more.
That's it. And also, I just dislike how, I've always disliked characters that, like, just are all too powerful and it seems like nothing can stop them. You know, so that's why I really dislike plots like this. It's like, you have the parlor witch. You have the brothers who are supposedly dabbling into, like, occult and magic and stuff. And you're to tell me that none of them have ever came up with a way to be able to stop Rackham. No, when you have the parlor witch, is powerful enough to be able to, like, contact the brothers in a way, even when they have moved on, and have them help us find where they died and get the keys. And like, she's powerful enough to be able to do that, but she's not powerful enough to even come up with a protection spell or something to help stop Rackham. Especially when the brothers went out of their way to hire her or get her to invite her to the house. You know, and she's been there 33 years. Imagine, Rackham has been here for 32 years, right, trapped in the house. He couldn't go anywhere. His magic was contained in the house. So did the parlor witch. What was she doing? She was powerful enough to be able to contact the ghosts after they moved on, even though she said that it's really hard to do that. She did it. She managed to do it. And yet you're telling me that the parlor witch spent 33 years trapped in her room, never bothering to come out. And not only 33 years, the entire time that she was alive, the moment when the brothers invited her into the home, you're telling me that with all that power, she cannot foresee Rackham being evil, or she foresaw Rackham being evil and she decided to do nothing. She stayed in the room the entire time. She was there 33 years as it goes. She couldn't come up with a better idea to stop Rackham? To stop the wedding, knowing what he's going to do? You rely on a mortal and you don't give him any protection whatsoever with all your power? And just somehow Rackham is just so powerful out of nowhere. And then the brothers having all these studying the occult and everything into science and all that, you know, apparently because they make the huge deal in the beginning of the game saying, oh, the brothers were so into occult, maybe that's why, you know. And you know, they're trying to trick you, I guess, into thinking that they might be behind the death or the marriage, you know, whatever. And you're telling me it went nowhere? They even went out of the way to invite an actual witch into their home, and you're telling me they did nothing? Like, and when three brothers, like, one by one, they're dying, you're telling me they did nothing to even prevent that? You can maybe they didn't expect Rackham to be evil, but nothing? No plot? Like, just Rackham's just that powerful? They have to rely on the sailor who died months before, and apparently they said the sailor died hours before the actual wedding. His spirit's not supposed to be...
Now operate the crane.
To be able to, you know, be here anymore, but he reincarnated apparently, and he came back
pulling the chain taut, but the vault door remained secure in its frame. It must have still been attached somehow. I didn't need to tie that up. A pair of hinges attached.
I cut the hinges.
There was nothing on the hinges for the pliers to get purchase on. I didn't need to cut that.
Like, really, the only way to stop him is by trapping as a spirit. Yeah, I feel like it's just the writers never thought it through. You know, they made Rackham to be this all evil being and all these powers, but yet in the beginning of the story they were like, oh, the family's into a cult, there's this parlor witch, there's this everything, yet somehow the only person with actual magical abilities that's all powerful is Rackham. When you have an actual witch living in the house, yeah, no, apparently you have to rely on an actual mortal.
That wasn't going to work. That wasn't going to work.
To help solve the issue. Like, it's kind of
wasn't strong
ridiculous.
enough to get through the reinforced hinges on the vault door.
I want to unscrew it, okay?
I tried with all my might to open the vault door, but with...
Like, I just feel like the game until this point was great.
I turned the hand wheel, pulling the chain taut. It must have still been...
But it's just not,
The vault door was much too strong to break down with my shovel.
They could have come up with something better than this, I think, leading up to this.
I may not have been able to get through the vault door with brute force, but I could certainly make an impact on its hinges.
You know, no, so at this part I'm gonna minus some points just for this. But who knows, maybe the ending will bring the points back up again, right? I haven't finished the game yet, so maybe the ending, the game after this would be good.
The vault door went crashing into the spirit water below, and in doing so gave me my escape route. With no time to lose, I needed to get to the ballroom.
We are gathered here today to join Abigail Bellemore and
Went from A to A- due to bugs. And I'll say currently a solid B+ with the writing, plot development. Yes.
Far into the ballroom, Father.
Yeah, I will say that too. And yeah, we never get to see the brothers' point of view.
Body to do it. I needed to stop the wedding, and I didn't have much time left at all.
Okay, let me say first. And just like you said, we didn't get to see the brothers' point of view. They could have explored that. You know, I know, like you said, maybe they didn't find a way to stop him, but it's very one-sided, exactly, from Murphy's point of view. They could have done something like some of the other games did, where you switch point of views. You know, like when, what's her name? The Parlor Witch? She was like summoning the brothers instead of the portraits. Maybe you could play as the brother. Okay? And leading up to the point where they died. What happened? Because they trusted Rackham. No, but can you imagine, like, you have 3 brothers, right? One by one, your brother is dying. And yet, the person that's always with them when a brother was dying was Rackham. You really think that the brothers who are all-powerful, you know, and they're very good at running their company, taking care of their sister, being bosses of this entire trading company and everything, and they're not smart enough to see that, hey, there's something wrong with this Rackham guy. Why is it that every single time my brother dies or something happens, Rackham's there? It's kind of obvious to anyone, like, you know, something's wrong with him. You got to be suspicious of him. Even if you don't think immediately, oh, he's evil, he's murdering my brother. You could suspect him, right? So I think they missed something from not showing the brother's point of view. Even if it's like a flashback or some like cutscenes, you know, where it showed the brother's death and their thoughts, you know? But because everything is from Murphy's side, and it's like... And they made the brother be such an important point to the story, yet we don't see them at all. Their spirits never come back. In the beginning, we think, oh, it's because they moved on. Yet, the sailor moved on. He came back as Murphy. I called it immediately, like, you know, really early on in the game, that he could be the sailor. So I don't know if it's because I play too much point and clicks and I'm too much of a genius and I figured it out and before the game wanted you to know. But, I mean, Murphy came back. Why did the brothers not come back? Why was Murphy, who the sailor, the only one drawn back to the island? Because the 3 brothers moved on. The 3 brothers could also be drawn back to the island, especially when they were murdered by Rackham. Yet somehow the sailor is the only one who's drawn back. The sailor, the only one who got reincarnated when all 4 of them died before the wedding. Just a gut punch to realize that the classes really had the pedigree in their writers. Yes. Yes. I like you said, the game was a solid A from the beginning, but then it dropped. The bugs and then the writing towards the end here, it's definitely like at a B+ at most. Maybe a B-. But it really made me appreciate the writers of, say, like Broken Sword and some of the other series, you know, even if I don't like it. Okay, like for example, Siberia. I'm not a huge fan of the game. It's too slow for me. But it makes you appreciate the classics, you know, where you look at the game now, so many years later, and even when you don't enjoy playing it myself, I have to look at it and be like, that writing is good. Like, even for Siberia, I don't enjoy playing it myself, but I enjoy watching people play it. Why? Because it's a good story. It's too slow for me. I like a bit more action and craziness and bizarreness in my games, as y'all know. But it's good. It's a classic until now, many years later, and the remaster came out, and it's like, yeah, amazing. And yes, Gray Matter. Exactly, Gray Matter. Weird roller coaster ride, super crazy. It went everywhere, but it kept you on your toes. It has a good storyline. It has that kick. And then you're like, man, so many years later, but it was good. It's a classic. You go back and play it, still enjoy it. Yes, Tunguska, and then there's Gabriel Knight, obviously, another classic. A lot of the Gene Jensen games, right? Like, they came out so many years ago. You look back at it and it's crazy. It went everywhere. Okay, it's crazy, bizarre, everywhere. But somehow they made it work. Towards the end, they kept the plot together. And it's great. But then you have this and you're like, you started good. Writers, I see what you're doing. You're getting all the inspiration from all those classic adventure games, but you didn't hold on to it. I enjoy the references and everything, that all the little Easter eggs, I would say, tossed into the game. But at the end of it, it's not great, right? It's like, I like the Easter eggs, but I would like more if the story held together better. And yes, there's Poirot and the Raven. The writings were, on the wall, but like you said, the writing was solid, very fun. For the Poirot games, a lot of them, I think, are based on at least the classic ones. I don't know about the new ones, but the older ones were based on like Agatha Christie books. Some of my favorites, like the ABC Murders and Evil Under the Sun. It's a little bit different from the books, but still kind of follow it a bit like strictly. But the Raven was inspired by Agatha Christie, and they made it work. Is it the best game out there? No, but the writing was solid. The writing was solid towards the end. They held together. This one, though, it started off good, but writers, you
Couldn't go any further and risk Rackham seeing me before I was ready to confront him.
Yeah, I need to.
Didn't need to pour spirit water on that.
It's not the best. Can I shoot
I
at
couldn't
him?
do that. I didn't need to pour spirit water on that.
Why do I need the spirit water?
I didn't need to pour spirit water on that.
Yeah, B-level game. Good entry, not good enough to make it a need to play similar time. Yes. And it's not a good enough game that what makes me want to replay it. Because if you look at the Poirot games, like ABC Murders, Evil Under Sun, Broken Sword, Secret Files, a lot of the Jane Jensen games, The Raven even, they are good enough that, as crazy and bizarre as they are, you want to replay it. Even if you know the story already, you know who the culprit is, but you want to replay it because it's good. This game is enjoyable. And in the beginning, I thought, you know what? This is good. Eventually, maybe I want to come back to it and replay it. But towards the end here, you're like, nah, nope. You play it once or you see someone play it, and that's it. You don't need to actually get into it. Like, if this is like the ending, I can't recommend this game to someone who enjoyed like point-and-click adventures because I don't want to disappoint them with the ending, Like, it's a good adventure, but if I do recommend it to someone, be like, hey, keep your expectations low. Good art and everything, but without spoiling anything, just keep your expectations low. Because that ending is just not. You could recommend it to someone new to point. Yeah, maybe. Not someone who's played point and clicks too much like me. Growing up, it's been like I can't say I played like 30 years of my life, obviously, but like 20 something years of my life, I've been playing point and click adventure games. Like, I'm a seasoned player. Not a game I would recommend to seasoned players, but if you're new to the genre, you're like, hey, I want a new game, and I'm not into the old graphics, and like, I need something new, something modern, but with a touch of like, something like the classic vibes, which game you want me to play. You could recommend this to someone, but I will say if I want the whole crazy, bizarre voodoo vibe game, rather than recommending this one, unfortunately, I will say I recommend Voodoo Detective. It's a newer point and click. It came out a couple years ago, I think. But it has the vibe of the classic because it is set in the Steam summary page. It's inspired by the classic, a couple of classic point and clicks, which is why I bought the game in the first place. That one was good. That one I would recommend. It has enough craziness and bizarreness and good mystery to make it work, and I really enjoy playing it. This one though, just yeah. And okay, no wait, I need my magic book. Give me a hint. Repeat the summoning spell and cast it on my own body. Okay, wait, summoning spell. Coffin nails, chalk, black feathers, gunpowder, bone fragment, rum, and silver coin.
I couldn't do that.
Okay, I need to get some stuff. Okay, gunpowder. I can't go anywhere to get gunpowder though.
In a flash of inspiration, a plan came into my mind. The summoning spell revealed that which is hidden within. Maybe it could reveal the evil spirit that was hidden within my mortal body, if I could find all the ingredients. Knowing the explosive contained gunpowder, I placed the firework into the gree-gree.
Okay. And then spirit water?
I didn't need to pour spirit water on that.
Okay, not yet. Okay, not yet. Okay, I got gunpowder. Oh, I don't have rum anymore. Wait, rum.
Leave it there, boy. I'm saving it for the toast.
It was clear that if I wanted it, I was going to have to persuade the colonel to let me take it. A tricky task when he was deafer than Beethoven wearing earmuffs. Good evening, Colonel.
The battle.
Good evening, Colonel.
I can't tell you that, or it won't come true.
How do I
didn't think...
convince him?
I didn't need to show him that.
The rum is here, but I can't just take it.
What do you think of this manuscript?
Potatoes, onions, and corned beef. Delicious.
We took his horn. It's in the room.
Abigail had gone, and so had the final tokens of her happiness.
It's over here, the ear trumpet.
I picked up the horn. Abigail had no need for it anymore.
All the other rooms are closed. All your rooms are closed too. The coin, is it still in this guy's hand?
Walking back into the conservatory, I could hear the unnerving hum of electricity. The outer casing of the automaton had been removed. Clearly, Rupert was undertaking some maintenance on it.
The hand.
The interior of the automaton was laced with wires, fuses, and other dangerous-looking electrical devices. Even as a ghost, it didn't feel safe to touch anything inside it.
You're fucking dead. Ah, jeez. To the basement. You can turn off the electricity there, I think.
Knowing the erratic surges of electricity that must have been flowing through the wire into the barrel lift, I decided it was wiser not to do any more rewiring.
Okay. So I can't do anything here. Oh, wait, I have the ear trumpet. Can I give it to the man?
Would you like your ear trumpet back?
It's no use. I can't hear a blasted thing you say. I wish I had my ear trumpet back.
I'll take that as a yes.
Oh, thank you, my boy. I suppose now that Foskett's not here, I can enjoy a little peace again.
Why aren't you at the ceremony?
The ceremony?
I think everybody's gone through to the ballroom for the wedding.
Well, I didn't hear an announcement.
I wondered why. Would you like me to top off your drink?
Oh, yes, my boy. Good plan. I meant to save it for the toast, but who can blame a man when such temptation is right in front of him?
Sorry, dude, you're not getting it back anymore. Rum.
I poured the rum from the Colonel's glass into the gree-gree.
Okay, rum done. Bone fragment. Can I go out the house? I cannot.
As a ghost, I was trapped in the house. I needed to get my body back. The delicately drawn writing on the chalkboard listed the schedule of events for the wedding.
What are you doing here?
Good evening, Mrs. Craddock.
It is certainly not a good evening. The kitchens aren't prepared, the flower arrangements are a shambles, and they've changed the schedule 3 times already.
The schedule?
Right behind me in black and white. And am I even permitted to see the wedding? Of course not.
In case any guests arrive late. Through a door we're supernaturally barred from passing through.
I almost daren't say it, but I'm on the verge of resigning my duties. I am the head of housekeeping. I deserve respect.
Of course, of course.
I need to stop the wedding.
You shall do no such thing. I've put a lot of work into this event, and I won't have an off. I'm barely hanging.
What did you say was on the chalkboard?
As I said, I've spent the past 40 minutes writing that up, with all... And now I'm hearing no self-respecting house. One more change?
Goodbye, Mrs. Craddock.
Goodbye, indeed.
So I need to make her change it again? Coffin nails. Oh. The coffin nails must be down there, I think. Hold on. Let me grab some coffin nails. Run faster, dude.
I couldn't. That didn't work.
Oh, fuck's sake. That didn't work for me.
I couldn't remove the nails. One by one, I pried the old nails from the coffin. I placed the coffin nails into the gree-gree.
All right, that's done. Black feather, bone fragment, and chalk. Bone fragment. Can I get that from my own body? Or past body? Not my current body, you know?
The door was locked again.
Yeah, I mean, to save the love of his life, I don't think you'll mind, right? Right?
It was a strange feeling, staring at a decaying skeletal body that, once upon a time, used to be me. Knowing the skeleton belonged to a former version of myself, I didn't feel quite as uneasy taking a piece of it.
Sorry, but I need to save the love of my life. Even if she's a ghost.
Skeletal finger in the gree-gree. That would work as the bone fragment.
Yeah, I'm taking bones for myself. It's fine. Okay, then chalk and black feather. Silver coins with the hand. Do I have a tool to cut the hand?
Nope.
Do I short circuit it with water?
The danger sign dangling from the automaton warned of electrocution. Now it wasn't just the plants in the conservatory that were deadly, it was the statuary too. But being dead already, I decided to take the risk.
You need to stop the wedding. Also, right, you need to run around getting more items. Yeah, it's stupid. Like I said, it's stupid. Okay, silver coin.
I took the engraved coin from the automaton's now open hand.
I already know where the laboratory is anyways.
Silver, the engraved coin was just right for going into the gree-gree.
Okay. Chalk and black feather. I don't know where these two items are. I mean, I know where the chalk is. How do I get it is a question. But I don't know where the black feather is. Do any of you remember seeing black feather anywhere in the house? Because I don't remember myself. And only in game where they will stop you from the wedding. They'll sit there and wait for you.
Through the boxes, but doubted my immediate situation needed a set of matching crockery or monogrammed dish towels.
Maybe a pillow or something? I could go up and check.
I didn't need to...
Okay, the books are completely useless. Okay, the music room. Nothing here.
The trunk was empty. You're not going to get away with this, Rackham.
Can I not cut his portrait?
Going to work.
Why does he not want to cut up the damn portrait? Black feather.
Now wasn't the time for a nap. That wasn't going to work.
I don't know where black feather is.
There's nothing left in the ash pan.
Already carrying something that could help me? Feather duster. Oh. That was easier than I thought.
Place the feather duster in the gree-gree. That would work as black feathers.
I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. And also, before I forget, let me say first. Okay, now for the chalk. How do I do that? Help me out, magic book. Very frazzled by the stress. Wellness mentioned children for over. Oh, the Sebastian schedule. Oh. Am I still carrying that with me? I am still carrying that with me. My bad. I didn't know I already have everything with me. Sebastian, for once, you're helpful. Here you go.
Noticing the similarity between Mrs. Craddock's chalk artistry and the wedding schedule, it was time to ask some questions. Are the times on your chalkboard correct?
Excuse me. Whatever do you mean?
Well, it's just that I was given this other schedule and the times are very different from yours. Maybe things have been shuffled around?
Yeah, look at that and then storm off. Okay, please?
No, this can't be. How am I expected to work under these conditions? A wedding is a once-in-a-lifetime event. If they keep reconsidering every decision, I can't be expected to keep up with it.
Yep, definitely different. This looks like it'll take ages to fix.
That's it! They're already at the altar. I shall be taking my leave. Somebody else can hand out the vol-au-vents.
With the noise and waddling motion of a cranky goose, Mrs. Craddock strode across the grand hall, through a doorway, and out of sight.
And time for chalk.
The delicately drawn writing on the chalkboard listed the schedule of events for the wedding. like a guilty schoolchild held back after class, I rubbed down the chalk.
I mean, they're all ghosts. No one's gonna come through that door, okay? No one alive is gonna be stupid enough to come in, except for maybe Mallory, but she's still having a tea party.
The flag covered in chalk dust.
Okay. Okay. Add it to the gree-gree.
Place the chalk dust covered flag into the gree-gree. That was the final ingredient. Now I just needed one more thing, an image of the focus. And this time, the focus was going to be me.
An image of myself? Where did I have an image for myself?
It was the obituary I'd ripped from...
Okay, I don't care about that. Oh.
It was a riverboat captain's license. I remembered the photograph of me that had been taken earlier.
Voila!
Still privately tucked away inside the captain's license. I folded it up and placed it inside the gree-gree.
There we go.
Knowing that it would work perfectly to direct the spell towards its focus, my own body. So the spell was ready. Now it was time to confront Rackham.
And now let me say before, in case there's like some time puzzle or whatever, let me go just do that. And then we will go and confront Mr. Rackham, you bitch.
Just as the stars are bound to the heavens, so will your
I'm
bond
objecting the wedding.
If anyone can show just cause why these two may not lawfully be wed, speak now or forever hold your peace.
She doesn't love him.
You meddlesome fool! I am her groom. I will marry her.
Rackham has been using dark magic. The bride is under a love spell, and he's possessed my body for this wedding.
Your claims are the ravings.
We look exactly the same.
Resume the ceremony at once.
Yes. Then, by the power vested in me...
You've underestimated me for the last time, Rackham. If you won't return to me what is mine, I have the power to take it. Within the focus what may hide, this spell will soon reveal.
I now declare you...
Back to my own body. I'm alive again.
husband and wife.
Murphy, I'm back. We're married.
Yeah.
No!
You may...
Murphy is the owner of the stone. Fuck you, Rackham, in your fucking face.
You fool! You've destroyed...
I saved everybody, okay? Fuck you.
I've saved everything, including the one I love. But there
2 lifetimes, by the way.
Destroyed Rackham, and that's you.
So what do I need to do? Stone in hand? Die, bitch. You die.
Now that we're married, the power of the stone is yours too.
And for once, it'll be used for good.
No.
Rackham, be gone.
No!
Yay! Okay, I enjoyed seeing him going to smithereens for that one. Okay? From B- to a B+. You're still a B+, okay? You're not an A game, but that's still fine, okay? You know, some points up for destroying Rackham.
Do you remember now?
I can't believe I ever forgot you.
I knew you'd come back. Even if just for a final goodbye.
It's a little pulpy, yeah, but
Why, goodbye.
you destroyed
The spell
Rackham.
is broken. The ghosts of the house are able to move on.
Yeah, she's dead.
And as
She
I looked around
died.
us, I saw each ghost in the audience fading away as they passed over to the spirit realm.
He's still alive because he reincarnated.
With the heartbreaking realization, I knew
Abigail's dead. Aww.
Murphy, I think I have to go with them now.
I can't lose you again, Abigail.
It was worth it to see you one last time. You freed me. Thank you, Murphy. Forever.
You just got married too.
This be the end.
Maybe she'll move on to the another person, like reincarnate or something. Eustace.
The coffin stone glowed green with the stolen years of Rackham's life. For once in a lifetime of evil, Rackham could do something good. The coffin captures a person's remaining years, and now it holds Rackham's.
Oh, we can bring her back to life.
I give them to you.
We can bring her back to life. Yay! Is she gonna be a real person again? Ooh, glowing lights. IRS be like, who's this? It was the 1930s. There's no IRS yet. Don't worry about it. And they live on Devil's Rock Island. Who's gonna go there and investigate, you know, the dead girl? Oh, she's alive again. She's alive again. Oh, okay, that's good. I like that ending. Brought back to life.
Like you came back for me. Nothing could keep us apart. Not even death.
33 years without you. I never thought I'd be able to hold you again.
33 years stuck in this house. Come on, Murphy. Let's go see the sunrise.
Okay, you know what? I like that ending. We destroyed Rackham. We brought our love of the life back to life. That's good. That's okay. Some points there. B++. Not good enough for an A. But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, B to B+. You know, you have an extra marks for that.
It'd been easier if I'd remembered what the treasure was this whole time. All those dreams I had of a treasure calling out to me from this house. It wasn't $13 million. It wasn't even the coffin stone. It was you. You were the treasure.
And you found...
Aw, that's kind of sweet.
Why did nobody tell me who I was from the beginning?
You couldn't just be told you're in love with someone you don't recognize. You needed to remember it yourself. I knew it would happen eventually.
Why did nobody living recognize me?
Rackham had all kinds of powers I'm not sure we'll ever understand. For years, he'd been trying to erase all memories of you. His plan relied on it. To everyone else, you became just a blur. How could
you became just a sailor
to realize you're a reincarnation from 30-something years ago? You didn't even know it yourself.
How did I come back from the spirit realm?
Don't you remember?
No, I remember the moment I died, and then the earliest memories of this new life I've been living, but nothing in between.
Madame Planchette told me that spirits can come back if their ties to the mortal realm.
So why did the brothers not come back?
But even she doesn't know more than that. Who knows if we'll ever find out?
And that is just a way of saying the writers didn't think it through, so fuck you, you're never going to find out.
What happened to all the ghosts in the house?
They'll all have crossed over now. So many years of life destroyed by Rackham's deeds, and he didn't even need the coffin stone to do it. The spirits no longer had much to keep them here in the mortal realm anymore. They'll be happier that way, and we all end up there eventually.
In some cases, we come back. What happened to Rackham?
I don't know, but I hope his spirit was destroyed. I'd hate to think it's moved on to the spirit realm. All I do know is that we don't have to worry about him here anymore.
That's good.
What are we going to do with the coffin stone?
It stayed safe in the vault for over 30 years. For now, perhaps that's where we should return it to. I think it's our duty now to watch over it, to make sure it never falls into evil hands.
Again. So, this is the end of our adventure.
This is only the beginning, Murphy. It took a bit longer than we expected, but we're married now, after all these years.
The rest of our lives are ours again.
Happily ever after.
And even longer than that.
Aw, that's kind of sweet. Okay. Yeah, just a B+. The B+ is the max I can give it to him. I was thinking, should I give it an A for the ending? But no. No, I feel like it could be, a lot of things could be improved. It doesn't deserve the A, but a B+. It is a B+. Or maybe a B-. Because I know the Hermit Gamer ranked the Secret File series as B+ too. Like the B tier game. It's A to me. So, question to Hermit Gamer, is this good better or Secret Files is better? You know, because they're both B tier for you. So I want to know. I want to know which one ranks higher for you. He the time skip to 1990s as the coffin stone gave them a lot of extra years. Yeah. Good thing the game happened back in the 1930s, because if it happened in modern day, definitely the FBI and the IRS are going to be like, who the fuck is this girl? Isn't she dead? Shouldn't she be dead by now? Why is she still alive? Have to give it to the Secret Files more, so that from its pedigree, Secret Files is just so bad, it sometimes becomes good. It's bad? What is it bad? I know I'm biased though. I'm biased with Secret Files because I really do love that series so much. So yeah, I do give it extra points for that. Oh, the voice actor, right. You didn't like the voice actor from the first game, I remember that. Because she was so young, I remember. Looks at the campy writing, you just want to wring someone's neck or just laugh at absurdity. I mean, I like it, so... But like I said, I'm biased. You know, I do enjoy that game a lot. Okay, so while the credits are rolling, I want to talk about some of the good stuff. Because the game's not all bad. I will say, this game is not all bad. It started off good. We went on a little bit of a rant there, but yes, it started off good. It dipped quite a bit with the whole like Reckham confrontation thing. But towards the end, I like the ending. So that brought up a little bit of point. But that could be improved, the whole like writing thing. If they want to come out with like a better game, I feel like you need to work on the writing more, especially in terms of the plot holes. You know, because the brothers are so important to the story, yet we don't see them or their ghost self not even once. You don't get a flashback to the brothers and their memories or nothing at all. And the fact that, you know, Murphy can come back, you know, the sailor can come back, yet somehow the brothers, nothing ties them to the mortal realm, their own sister. Like there's some things that you can work on, you know? And then the bugs. Obviously, we encountered quite a bit of bugs. The whole game freezing on me, the game crashing on me. The good thing about this is obviously we can save whenever we want. So I don't lose a lot of progress because I keep saving. But that's something you can fix, especially in if you want to work on a bug fix for this, get an update. For the game or for future games the developers are going to make, obviously. And yeah, there are good bones in this title. The developers have heart, but it's just some points that sour some experience here and there. Magic from the games like Knight or Broken Sword, even some of the Lucas art titles are hard to replicate. Unfortunately, that means there's a long shot to get out from. Points for the in-game hints and walkthrough. Yes, points for the in-game hint and walkthrough, because that's not something that I feel a lot of even modern game point-and-click adventures include. Like, you know, it's rare. I know the modern like Broken Sword games kind of include that, which is great. The Nancy Drew games always had that, but a lot of the other point-and-clicks that I've tried, they don't really have that system just in-game, which can be difficult when you get really stuck because, as y'all know, point-and-click logic doesn't really always make sense. So kudos to that for having that in-game hint and walkthrough thing where players get referred to if they get really stuck, so they don't have to be so frustrated all the time. Also, since you brought up the older games, right? And yes, we've seen a lot of like Easter egg references to like different classic point-and-click adventure games. You know, like Broken Sword, you know, and some of the other ones that we've mentioned throughout my playthrough. I want to say here, which is also something that I've said before for some other like the Nancy Drew like fan made games, when they always have like a lot of Easter eggs, is that it's good to have these Easter eggs and references, but only to those who know the references. See, when you're trying to make your own game, eventually you need to find your own thing. Try not to take too much inspiration and Easter eggs from the other games, because eventually it feels like you're just trying to do too much, you know, and it doesn't come together all that well, as we saw in this game, because it started off great, but as we saw towards the end there, the developers didn't know how to tie all of that together. Like, what's with the whole confrontation and Rackham thing? It's like,
now where on earth has everybody gone? I do hope that boy gets back.
Wait, this guy's still here? I'm so sorry, dude. Everyone moved on and you're still there. Oh, fuck. I missed one ghost. I missed one fucking ghost. Oh my goodness. Is there a DLC for that kid? I mean, that bro. I mean, dude, we need to make him move on. Is it the fact that he wasn't there at the ceremony, or he was deaf, so he couldn't really hear? Oh, good brother. I didn't expect the colonel to still be there. Murder under the sun. You mean evil under the sun? Have an in-game guide. I know the thing of suspicion was a thing, but the thing felt so historic. Yeah, because Evil Under Sun had a unique system where we're playing as Poirot, but we're playing as Hastings playing as Poirot, because Poirot is retelling the story, like the mystery for his friend Hastings to solve. So he's helping out, you know, his friend with the whole thing of suspicion thing. But yeah, as you said, like, references work only for veterans. You need to draw in with new crowds. See, I recognize some of the references. Some of you guys recognize some of the references, but it's nice only if you have played those games before and you're like a veteran, like you said, like you are really a huge fan of point and clicks. You recognize the signs and you appreciate it. But if you're a new person just playing the game, you're not going to get it. It's going to feel out of place. So for new games, if you're ever going to come out with new games, you need to find your own thing. Don't try to put in so many references in one game, because as we've seen with this game, there are so many references to different games, like classic point and clicks throughout the game, that it's too much. And it's nice for like fans of the classics, but it ended up being so much that the story becomes too convoluted. And that's why there's a point where with the whole Rackham thing where it just doesn't come together very well. That's where the minus points comes in, because you guys don't know how to make it work together, because it's just so many different things all just jumbled up in one game, you know? Like, you really need to find your own thing. Like, try not to focus so much on being too similar to the classic point and click. You need to come up with your own unique story rather than coming with inspiration from the other games, you know? And yeah, Rackham did kind of get wasted. He was built up as a schemer, some of a plan. His grand plan was just to possess a body. Yes, exactly. No, like, both Rackham and the brothers were underrated. Okay, because the brothers were made out to be these like geniuses, you know, and they're into the occult. They're like planning all this stuff. Yet not once did we actually truly find out what their story is. You know, how did Rackham actually end up tricking them? You know, we didn't get to see that. We're just told it, you know, and it's a waste, because they're the main focus of the story, so to speak, the whole Bellemore family traitor thing. Yet we never get to even talk to them or see their point of view, not even once. They don't even have a diary or a journal or anything. Like, we found their bodies, but that's it. We don't get to really read, like, you know, like in the Nancy Drew games where even for the characters who appeared way before, like say in Shadow Ranch, which is not even one of my favorite Nancy Drew games, you have the diary of like the dude for back in the day, and then the letters from like the what's her name, and you get to read into the diary and the letters, and you're like, oh, we get to find out a bit of a personality and story of the character from way back. Not in this game. Okay, the brothers are just not mentioned. There's no diary, there's no journal, there's no newspaper article, no nothing, no letters, nothing to sort of like actually tell us just what kind of person they are and their life story, which is a miss on, and you know, it would be great if we actually see that. And then through maybe the journals or letters and stuff, we get to find out, oh, their relationship with Rackham, how Rackham tricked them, you know, and get more in depth with the story. And also, in a way, find out more about Rackham. No? Like you said, could have used some foreshadowing, you know, Rackham dabbling into the occult, use some greater evil, take out the different bros, you know, once Rackham's gone, looming threat of adventures to come. Yeah, like if we have some kind of journal and letters, we get to see, okay, what's their relationship with the brothers, how, like, in a sense, we can get to infer how Rackham tricked the brothers, you know, and why did they trust him so much? Why, after the death of multiple brothers, because there are 3 brothers, right? And you would think that after like the death of the brother, they would investigate and they realize, hey, something's wrong here. Then the second brother died. You'd think that the brother that died last, they'll be like, you know, something's wrong with Rackham, you know? Because if it was me, I would include that. I would have some kind of journal and stuff. And so, like, the final brother, the last one to die, we will have, like, can see from his journal that he's getting suspicious of Rackham. Maybe he's trying to investigate into Rackham, see if he could, like, fight back. It could be Cecile, you know, it could be, or his name Cecil, however they pronounce it. You know, the brother who invited the witch over to the house. Maybe he invited him because he was suspicious of Rackham. You know, he wanted to fight back. So he's like, oh, I'll invite an actual witch with magical powers and she'll help me out and I'll investigate. You know, I'll go with Rackham to this place and see if I could do something to fight back. You know, there can be a story there to explore if we actually had some kind of article, some kind of stuff that we could read from the brothers, you know, themselves. So that's a missed point on the developer's part. We didn't get to see that. And then with Rackham, because he's a spirit, he only appeared like whenever we found the keys. But what about before that? He went on this monologue on say, oh, I would dabble into the occult, but why? Why did he look into the occult? Why did he start being interested in the spell in the first place? Was he always an evil, like, bitch? You know? So did he always try to take down his enemies with magical powers? You know, so he's been evil at heart the whole time? Or was he started off as a good man? You know? So, because a lot of the people on the island said that he was a good man. So, did he start off as a good man and then suddenly he came into, like, to the occult, you know, on an exploration adventure? He came across an occult artifact and then the magic corrupted him as he explored more into the subject, and then he became the evil mastermind that he is. Like, what? How did he become this evil person? And like you said, he was supposed to be this really grand mastermind, this really smart ass dude taking down his enemies. And then at the end of it, he's like, oh, I'm just gonna possess your body. No backup plan, no nothing. You know? Because if it was me, if I was writing this story, I would export into that. Because the people on the island were like, okay, he was so good, he did all this good stuff. If it was me, I would have made him be like he was a good man. And then on his exploration adventures with the brothers or even on his own, he came across a magical artifact, you know, and it was an occult artifact. And at that time, he didn't know that it was like evil and everything. He was just interested in it. And as he like looked into it more slowly, it corrupted him. So he went from a really good man to someone who became really corrupted with that dark magic, and then he became evil. So he started using the powers to take down his enemies, you know, and then it went from his enemies then to the brothers. That would have been better. That would have been better flow to the story. And we could have found like some of Reckham's artifacts, some of his like items, letters, journal or something throughout the house or the island or something, you know, that could went more into Reckham's story rather than, like you said, him being just like Saturday morning cartoon evil mastermind character. Like just nothing to him. He's just evil. That's it. There's nothing else. I don't know anything else about Rackham other than the fact that he is evil. And he wants the stone for eternal life, and that's it. Like, nothing else. Say that's a solid title, enjoyable story, but keep expectations a little on the lower side. At the very least, it's worth playing once if you get some extra cash and like point and clicks. Yes. I will say, which I'll end this video soon because this video is like over 2 hours long. Okay? But I will say, and if you guys have already watched my entire playthrough until this point, you probably, I don't know if you want to buy this game for yourself because you know the story by now, but I want to say it anyways. Like, this game is only worth it on sale because this game is not that cheap. It's not the most expensive game, but it is $20-something, I think. Was it $10-something? How much was it? It's not that expensive. It's not the most expensive game out there. I did also get it on discount, and then Durham Gamer actually did sponsor this game. But I will say, even then, buy it on sale. Because while it is a solid title, a great start to... because I don't know if the developers have made other games before, but I don't think so. I think that this could be their first game. Don't quote me on that. But it has an enjoyable story for the most part. But keep the expectations, you need to keep it on a down low, especially towards the end here. And the art and everything though is good. And I feel like it could explore the characters a little bit more. But still, you gotta let characters, which is a nice aspect because some games you have a lack of characters, like the Nancy Drew game. So it's nice that you have a lot of people you could talk to and interact with, and a lot of locations that you can go to. But maybe a little more in depth, I think. But yeah, get it on a sale. If there's a Steam sale, then buy it. If it's full price though, maybe not the option that I would go for. I would choose something else personally. But the art's good, the music's good, and while there are certain things that they could like flesh out more and they could fix, overall still enjoyable. I'll give it about a 6 or 7. Because I did enjoy it for the majority of the game. It's only towards the end with Rackham that I didn't enjoy. But the ending is still good. So about a 6 or 7 is the max I could give it to it. Because it is like a B tier game for me. It's not a C because it's like still enjoyable. But you know, it's an average, it's a little bit above average game. Not too bad. It's not too bad. Just don't have high expectations. You know, just go into it casual, and then you enjoy it. You know, if you're too serious with this game, you won't enjoy it. You know, don't use your brain when you're playing this. It's all I can say. Like, don't be serious about it. Don't think too much about it. Don't use your freaking brain. Just go into it like a casual thing. Like you need a break from work and life, and then you go and play it, and then it's fun. But if you're going to like a hardcore point and click game, or you want to, really look into the storyline and characters and whatnot, you're not going to enjoy that. Okay, so go into it casual. This is a casual game. Because like you said, really tough to replicate the classics. You can't beat the classics, actually. Like, you can see that they're trying to be, they're inspired by the classics, but hard to measure up to the classics. Broken Sword, Gabriel Knight, they're all up there. It's hard to beat it. There are a lot of references to it and stuff, but it's still a higher level. It's still there. They're S tier, okay? But it's a good start. It's a good start for the developers. They can learn from their mistakes, so it's not too bad. And another thing I want to add as bonus points for this game is that everything's hand-drawn, I think. From what I've seen, this game is hand-drawn. So, that is a bonus, right? Because it has beautiful art, mind you. I will say one thing though, a little bit of nitpicky here on my part. The characters, when you're watching them, when you're seeing them, like with like playing the cutscene, when you're talking to them, when you zoom in, the art style does not match the background. So that's a bit a nitpicky thing on my part, where the art doesn't match, the characters and the background. But that's a me thing. Not too serious that I would like minus a lot of points off it, but it's just a me thing. Blue and X Factor bonus stuff like Knight of Sword because of the pedigree of behind the writer. Yeah. People behind Broken Sword, and Gabriel Knight. Mainly Charles. I think his name is Charles. Or is it Charlie? I always forget. I'm bad with names, but yeah, Revolution Software, and then Jane Jansen. They are amazing at writing, and it's definitely something that you can't really measure up to. Might not be the biggest fan of Jansen, but she got chops. Yeah, I mean, I think Jane Jansen is something that is you either like it or you don't. But you got to give it to her. She has great writing. Because her games are acquired taste, I would say. Because if you don't like it, I can see why people don't like it. But you gotta like you say, respect the fact that she has amazing writing skills. Because she worked on games, not just like Gabriel Knight. She worked on games like Cognition, for example, where she's not the developer of the game, but she helped with the writing of the story. And Cognition and Erica Retrailer is one of the best mystery games that I've played. Like a murder mystery. It's good. She's got that writing factor down. Probably because she's a story writer as well. She writes books. So you gotta hand it to her. She has writing down. And then there's like Revolution Software. Charles? Which I think that's what his name is. He knows what he's doing. You gotta hand it to him. The Broken Sword games up until this point, apart from 3 and 4, because they went into a different route with the whole 3D thing. But so I'm not going to talk about those because they're not really point and click, so to speak, to me. But they're classic point and click games of the Broken Sword series. They're good. They're good. So you gotta hand it to him that he knows what he's doing, right? Good stories, but as games, oh boy, I can't judge that because I never played it. And also because of the controls, I think I don't know if I could play it. Y'all know me and my motion sickness is bad, and I know it's like an old game and all. It might not be as bad as the new ones, but like I don't want to like risk that, I'm not a fan of like the Tomb Raider type games to begin with. And I know that's what they're trying to replicate with 3 and 4 because that was popular back in the day. So yeah, I can't judge the storyline. But if you say it's a good story, I trust you. But yeah, okay. Before I go on and rant anymore, for those of you watching on YouTube, this video is over 2 hours long. I won't edit this. You're just gonna get the full thing, okay? The ending smashed up in one. But that is it for this video. Until then, take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.